Huh? Huh? Koopa isn't coming. No Koopa camp. For now. But he may come back soon. Probably will. In preparation of that, I'm gonna make sure he cannot lie down on my bed sheets. By blocking it with plushies and other big stuff. Or it will get hair all over it. He has his own towel. And beyond that, he's not allowed. Right? That will do. That will do for an intro. Let's go. Let's go. I'm just gonna be playing some games. Some of them will require a bit more attention for me than Plastic Duck Simulator type of games. It will not be nothing too radical. Just gonna start with platformer. Just 1 or 2 levels at a time. I'm not gonna play anything for too long unless I'm really into it, which seldom happens. Don't do that here for now. I may start playing some games in my own time so I can actually pick up some new games and get them to a level where I can stream them. Or get my familiarity to a level where I can stream them. Don't need 100% concentration because I'm learning something new. But that's just me being a perfectionist, I guess. Right. The subscriber goal is getting depressingly depressing to look at because it went from like 6, from 5 down to 4, down to 3, or 5 down to 3, back to 4, then to 3 again. It's the definition of falling off, honestly. Yes? You know how to open it. Don't tell me the wind has no trouble opening this. Don't tell me that you with your cat paws and your headbutts, because those are headbutts that you're giving. Anyway, sometimes he has absolutely no issue with opening that door, and sometimes he just he's more like knocking and asking for me to open it for him. Now let's see what we're gonna do here. I'll put in a headset for you guys so you have no background sound when I'm grunting or screaming. Although I think it will get filtered out, honestly. I think if it's below a certain level, it will probably get filtered out. It's not even that high volume. Yeah, let's try it. If it's annoying, let me know. But this saves me a lot of irritation on my end, because my ears get very itchy from constantly having something plugged into them. Just sweaty. It's sweaty ears. That's why I'm always cleaning them. At least they feel that way. It feels like this whole world has a lot of lava levels, but I honestly wonder, is it not just 2, or like, is it really not just 2 lava levels? It just feels like there are more. But I guess the level design is impactful enough to not require A lot of different ones. I still feel like you've been playing through a lava-themed world. I'm not gonna count the stupid lagoon with the boiling water and the clapping seal. That felt a bit like, I wasn't buying it. I'm not buying it. Don't buy this either. Let me check if the chat is set correctly. There was a couple of UI elements that, because of I'm switching channels, sometimes dual streaming, sometimes not. I need to check at the start. Emote full screen. That's wrong. I don't need Zacharias emote full screen. Was that? My phone made a bloop sound. I'm not used to that. What the hell? Why's my phone doing that? Oh, it's not on silent. Oh, thank you, Twitch. Thank you, Twitch. It gave me a notification that I can manage it from the deck. That's great. That's a great advice. That's what I wanted to do. Hey. So, yeah, like I said before, I included an invite for the server. Back on the first page, it's not going to be a very active server. It wasn't active before, but there may be times where if people have questions about, oh, where did the stream go? What did you... Maybe delusional, but maybe people wonder. Why did this stream get unpublished? Where can I find the VOD for it? And I could answer those questions, because usually there is a VOD for everything somewhere. Like the last stream, I unpublished it because it had a bit of a long intro where I was just waiting for the hoovering to stop on the hallway. And then I made a highlight of the gaming segment. The gaming segment, I'm not gonna say I sounded exactly too hyped. I was really struggling with my mood today. Really struggling with my mood today. It's one of those days where I did everything right, and then it was time to have fun. Wasn't happening. I wasn't able to have fun, physically unable to have fun. Then I realized I was just lonely. At least that is the layer as far as I got. That's the layer that I got to of the issue. I was lonely. And because of that, everything else was less fun. Because I got depressed from being lonely. Then it was that gaming is not that fun. This is not that fun. I don't feel like doing anything. I think that was the reason. And because you're then feeling bad, it all falls down from there. It all spirals out of control from there. But I did have my precious and beloved brother tell me, and I appreciate that part, if it was just quality that would get you success, that would result in success, quality translating to success, you would not be having no viewers. Thank you very much for that. By the way, that was true words have never been spoken. Sometimes the quality drops because my mood drops because I don't feel like the efforts pay off. So I kind of get into this vicious cycle. The no viewer Andy cycle. And it's all the more bitter because I used to have at least 3 viewers for a while. Right? And interactive too. Interacting. It's not a viewer count. I don't even know the viewer count. I care when people talk. Actually, that's not entirely true. I also care what people watch. But and lurk, because that helps me. But I don't know when they do. So
Yes, this is happening.
this is going to be a new policy for a while. It's going to be a new policy. Just so I know. Someone's there. Doesn't mean I got any whole conversation. Just wanna honk. I felt like I'm glad I died in that point. It was a great opportunity to learn. Like, I got 31 fucking lives, you know? I'm sure that at some point I will not jump straight into the lava with the rhinoceros. I can just feel the temptation of the monkeys that I cannot resist the bananas right over lava level. But then Diddy miscalculating. I don't care about Dixie, I don't care about torture. Diddy was it that stole my eggs in Diddy Kong Racing. I haven't forgiven him for that. He's juggling, like he doesn't know that I'm talking about him. He knows damn well what he did. He's juggling my eggs. But I can see Diddy like, oh, more things to nick, more things to yoink away from their rightful place. And he reaches out with his grubby little monkey paws as the balloon hovers nearer to the lava surface. And then he catches fucking fire because lava's hot like that, bitch! Fuck that O letter, I don't have the patience for that. We don't need O, we got enough lives, and I don't think they actually count. Do they count towards completion? Never actually wondered that recently. Do you need to have all the letters from a level or just the bonus coins? Just having fun here with my multi-ton animal on a balloon. I don't notice that a balloon is actually sinking any faster with Rambi on top or two monkeys on top. Diddy's just chilling. One of those things where they tend to walk whatever the other character's doing. Oh, that one wanted me to bounce right off him into the lava behind him. I'm not angering that Bara Daddy. Oh! What? What? But how? No. No, that can't be right. I refuse to believe that you need to toss him over there. No, I'm not gonna do that. No. How do you get that one? No, that's not worth anything. That's not worth the risk. But you have to bounce off something. Oh, there we go. Backtracking, huh? Not that common in this game. Not really. Was that really what you were supposed to be doing? Puzzles. That really stumped my monkey brain. Logically speaking, these two fuckers shouldn't be able to solve that puzzle either. I wonder if you... Let me actually save scum a little bit because I don't want to feel like I don't want to waste lives. I want to hoard the lives. Sacrificed him. Good. It was only Diddy anyway. Perfect. Don't need him. Ah, so this one was needed here. How are you supposed to... I think that's a perfectly good strategy. But here I'm really drawing a blank. Like, how are you supposed to get... Oh, I see. You just... No. No. Are there really no other ways to get that fucker dead? Other than just... I guess you can float ahead and use the TNT, right? And then go back. Ooh. Have I got a surprise for you? Pesky bee. There was a greater reward there. I'm gonna save scum because that was annoying to do. And I want to have the luxury to fuck up. Actually, why would I even care about a stupid bonus coin? They're useless. For the most part. When you have save states, especially. It's not even a bonus coin, it's a banana coin. Kind of... Yep, nice momentum. Oh god. You're suddenly gonna do that. Kind of a long one, isn't it? Just gliding on the roll. No, not worth it. Don't know what that was. I don't know what that was for. Maybe a bonus borrow. I saw that go and I was like, no, I'm not gonna fuck it up all now. I'm not gonna fuck it up now. Everybody likes self-cranky. I bet my little wife doesn't. That 90s rare humor, huh? And then again, he's supposed to be a boomer, so like, I hate my life. Oh, I don't like the name of... I don't like this one. I mean, not because it's a shaft, but because I feel like... those binding levels and Squawk... Squawk is a god. The parrot is a god in this world. But the levels are appropriately challenging for a god. The god level difficulty. No, there was still a thing in Hot Head Hop. I missed. A clubber with the spider. A clubber with the spider is worth looking up. Towards the clubber? I have no idea what it is. Is a clubber a type of enemy? What game is he designing? I feel like I've had enough. One level's enough. We were thorough. Didn't get the bonus barrel. He didn't have a tip for it either. That's I actually was looking for that. Oh, wait a second. Well, I mean, that was a useless tip. Oh, never mind. His ugly old wife. Then what is he? I'll say that. I would do Wrinkly Kong over him. I would stick it in that Rinkusi. Rinkusi. Before I'd stick it into the Crankusi. At least she got a full head of hair. It kind of looks like a man anyway. Can't tell those fucking Kong genders apart. So I could say like, it's just a gay furry. But she's kind of shredded. For human standards, she's quite muscular. Okay, that's enough. That game. Thank you. Now a game that doesn't have all fucking monkeys in it. Just a little bitch. We're staying still on that rare copium. It's not copium, but I don't know. Oh, copium as in I'm trying to cope with life. In a way, everything is copium. Next. Oh, it's gonna be a short stream, isn't it? Played it for... What are you saying? 30 minutes already? Oh, you guys are gonna get an ad because I didn't bother to I'm not bothering to run the ads manually. Like I said before, I need those pre-rolls off for now. I need those pre-rolls off. Right. By the way, I may have just spotted the name in chat. Lurking. I've not been in touch with this person. I couldn't tell this person. I nuked the server, cleaned it up, cleaned it out. At first I thought no need for a server. Now I'm like, maybe it's not that inconvenient. Because it helps me ask feedback sometimes. The link is back. Feel free to rejoin. I don't know what I'll be doing with it, but free to rejoin. Or honk. Or honk. Starting up the next game, Diddy Kong Racing, requires a bit of brain power because which emulator was I using again? Simple. I should know it by now, but because I played Banjo-Kazooie on it earlier. I was thinking of playing Psychonauts again, but then I realized it's kind of a collectathon. Tron. Don't you laugh in my face. Laughing at me. Taking the Mickey out of me. He's taking the Diddy out of me, I'll take the Diddy out of him. Ripping his brain and spine out of his skull. I am going to play as him though.
I'm Diddy.
Whoa, 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 why is voice meter like that? No, 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 no. Pushing the volume levels way too much. I still think it's pushing it. Also, enough of that. Stuttering. That's fine. What's a good volume level for this shit? Let me see. When is it not pushing the maximum volume where it sounds good? Okay, that was that. Hello? It just fucked off. Hello? Open recent, save state, load state. What the hell? It's not loading? There you go. Selected the wrong slot somehow. Okay, this is better. And again, sorry if somehow the music is audible while I'm talking. I'm not wearing my earbuds. If it's an annoyance to anyone, I will wear them. But when it's me here chilling, I need to make this as bearable as possible for myself in some way. As fun as possible for myself. Otherwise, I'm not gonna keep this up. I'm not gonna be able to keep this up. It's a very, very specific mindset to stream to yourself, to talk to yourself. Right? I haven't done this one yet, so let's see. I think it's the only one I haven't won yet in this world. Is this the one? Not this world in particular. They have colonized this. Yep, they've colonized this area with their faces. No use. Fuck it. Oh, again. Not Mario Kart. Fuck up. Better start over. I feel like the winners all go left. Oof, that closes the game. That was not the button I had to press. Okay, alright, good to know. Don't like this car. I don't like this track so far. Bit too slippery, and the fact that arrow points right, it's very gaslighty. And look, and look. The ones that do well are all going left. I like that little glass cave of emotions you're in. Don't know what emotions. Maybe the emotions of not being such a loser? An egg loser. That makes no sense. That makes no sense, Zach. The igloo was further down the line. There's nothing to... I was by the igloo by the time I finished that thought, okay? Look. I should really stop getting hit by those cunts. But they're kind of all over the place, so... There's really no use in coming in third or something. Really zero use in it. As far as I can tell. I keep closing the game. Why do I... controller configuration, no. I need to make sure that the... that ESC is not closing the game. I somehow seem to do that. So open file location and find the config files and then settings and scratch your balls like I'm doing right now. Sorry about that. Very inappropriate. They're kind of sweaty all the time when I'm sitting in this chair. It's very sweaty balls. Gamer balls. What can you do? Gamepad, DKR. Is there no... Is it even in a separate config file? Just make a fucking... How much effort can it be to make a GUI for it? Or as I would pronounce it in Dutch, a gui. Should I add the Dutch? English, Dutch. Dutchie. I'm a Dutchie. So cute, quirky, Dutchie. Teehee. Bunch of capitalist pigs, the Dutch. Slave traders. Colonizers too. Colonizery. Exactly, you're losing your mind. I am. But I'm still going to win this race at some point. Get the goddamn alert out of my monkey face. Wait, what's with the random lag? Oh, I was tabbed out.
I'm Diddy.
From the voices, the stupid chipmunk voices, you wouldn't be able to tell. You wouldn't be able to tell. that the game was lagging, I mean, because the voices sounded fucked up to begin with. That fucking TT. Why did I do this? I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna claw my way back to the top. I accidentally saved instead of reloaded. I have to take accountability for my actions. Diddy is so much harder to control than a mouse. I said I'm gonna claw my way back to the top, and that I will. See, now I'm only 6th. Only 2nd last. Clawing my way back. My little... If there's one thing Diddy can do is steal someone else's glory. And then fuck himself over, because that's what he deserves, honestly, let's face it. Oh, it's actually good to go there because the bananas increase speed or something. So the first lap, I actually should be taking those bananas. Good enough for me. Got nothing, but better than the first time where it was 8th. For the first time, I'm gonna get these. So far, not getting any bananas, by the way. Oh, helvete. The fuck is that? Controls. I wonder if the controls are back to being sensitive. I'll take the second time. I'll take the other route the second time. That doesn't do anything for me. Okay, now get those bananas slow and steady. Steady. You can sense my hatred for him sometimes, I believe. That's why he doesn't want to win. He likes to screw me over in whatever way he can, even at his own expense. No getting squished there. Practically crashing out of finish line. And this is the part where he spontaneously combusts. Well done, kid. Now get up my anus. I wonder, I think it's a walrus or something. Oh, not the hover grab.
Well done. Now I challenge you to a race.
How about you challenge yourself to have more frames? Why they always cheat though? Why they always cheat though? That is cheat though. Already. Race to the. We all know who would win the race to the grave between the two of us. Oh fuck. Fuck that one up. There. So the only way to really beat them is by constantly harassing them. Otherwise they're simply too fast, or they will just crush you with their body weight as they zip by you. Don't like this. I don't like this. So let's see. It's so hard to control. What the hell? There's no subtly going left or what? Oh. Honestly, if they weren't able to waltz all over your character, for the most part it's just a timed race. Although I guess you can slow them down, like I said, you do have that option. I don't think I can do this on Diddy. I don't think the speed is worth it. He gets completely stuck at the slightest turn. Alright, that didn't go that badly, but for a change. I just very, very lightly steered, not really did much more than just absolute bare minimum my thumb could move. Another one of these lovely sections that completely destroys your momentum. Okay. Well, that's him fucked then. Honestly, I thought the only way. Well. Please don't bother with the voice acting. Please don't bother with animation. Please don't bother with existing. I think it would have been more gracious if he had tumbled over the finish line dead. He had died halfway. Oh, now you tell me that. Now you tell me that. So can I... When can I go to the fourth world? Good fairy tale one. Because I don't see that one anywhere so far. I know the game gets auto-saved after a balloon or winning a race against a boss, but it's just convenient sometimes to have that save state. I still need to finish this one. At least once. Sure. Which one is not a hovercraft level? The lagoon sounds like it might be, but I don't know actually. Actually don't know. No, don't want to do hovercraft. Get fucked. No. Already did that. Turn around. That one might be better. My favorite track was, I think, that little fantasy village that was in a later world. Oh, wasn't there also a space world? Oh yeah, right. There's a whole space world. It wasn't just Whispig. That one's kind of zany, isn't it? Did I just straight up cockblock Banjo? With that little oil spill on the accelerate on the booster. Oh! It's true, releasing the button right before it gets your boost speed up. Scratching my face. Okay. Thanks for withholding that crucial tip from me. It's a shit elephant. How did you ready winning shit? Making up for your moronic, stupid lack of knowledge? I'll give you a tip. It's raining golden balloons like confetti, bitch. But this one might hurt a little. Especially when I don't... You know what? Fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna learn the track first. I can't always wing these, especially not the hovercraft bullshit. If there's a shortcut, I have to know about it. What a pathetic little lagoon. Pathetic little track. Could already see the finish line. Like a cheap roller coaster. This is a disastrous course. Disastrous course? Going to be a nightmare. I think I cannot do the hovercraft levels that well with this punt. Can you actually... How do you change things on the fly? You need to quit the game just to get the mouse, or... Ow! Ow! I guess everyone else sucks at the hovercraft too, but... I just refuse this. I don't care if I'm still in first place at first. I refuse this. I cannot live with the consequences of that failure. Just a shame. Probably the worst place to use the speed boost. But then again, are there any good places in this level? First time I actually make it over that hill. I think I'm gonna avoid it and see how that goes. But so far it is every bit the terrible piece of shit level I thought it would be with fucking hovercrafts. What's the point of that? You just crash into the wall anyway. Almost coming to a complete fucking standstill. I feel like if you go through that speed boost, it should automatically put you on the right course. It should at least adjust for that small distance where you need to go. And not move you straight ahead from whatever direction you were coming. It's horrible. Terrible. I don't know what they were thinking with these hovercraft levels. It's so fun if you bounce into walls and you feel like you cannot make subtle turns. So if I do not use that one, you get accelerated off somewhere. Horrible. I guess you can avoid. Oh, okay. Okay, that just happened. It's easier if you don't hit the boost. I'm gonna keep this just in case that fucking squirrel. It's kind of a shitty item, isn't it? Now that, after all those times I failed to jump across that little alcove, what do you call it, the little rock. Clutch fucking finish. Suddenly doing perfectly, getting another boost in. A million chef's kisses. Millions of chef's kisses. Oh, but Dawn is ugly. Is this all the same voice actor? This is fucking horrible. Another hovercraft? Where? He really shouldn't have any lines. Ooh! He's got an extra element to him. He pooping. Oh, there are 3 laps at least. Well, that doesn't make it better, I guess. Just means I need to suffer through his bullshit more. I guess the easiest way would be normally to get ahead of him, but I feel like he might be designed to... that you stay behind him. And then at the end he slows down and you catch up, a bit with like the dinosaur. Why is he making that sound constantly? No cooldown. I may have to switch to the mouse for this. Right? Let's switch to the fucking mouse. Oh, we're getting a free balloon again. Oh! Alright, she's a little bit more responsive. That's true. Excuse you, I said we're getting a free balloon. It's not... Woo! Yo, what? I said a free balloon. And for some reason, this is the one part in the game where it always lags. Must be the lush, detailed flora, and, you know, in that area. The textures and so much going on there. There's not really any way to... I don't really know how you take the turn, honestly.
Hello, friend. The challenge of...
So the free balloon wasn't that free. Ooh, it's just to work for it. I forgot this was the safe state. That was not the... No. If you take that shortcut, he's gonna push out of the way and drop a bomb on you. Well, it's not even a shortcut, it seems like a legitimate route to take, but... I think I've had enough for today. Can't have that winning streak forever. I'm just gonna BRB quickly. Should I shave? I kind of feel like shaving. Maybe I'll shave. Chat box curious. Yeah, if you chat, it will be on the screen. Why would it be this big? Do something different. Yeah, this one is better. Copy. They're much better. It's gonna move it. Maybe here? There we go. Why is this pop-up overdose not showing the subscriber goal? And the events? Okay. But you cannot see, in this particular BRB, you cannot see what's happening with the dog. So I'm going to change the... Which one would it be? Much better. Much better. Now let's get a song on. Let's get a song on. Sorry, let's get a song on, kid. Good job. Now I challenge you to a race. Now I challenge you to a race. I think it's still like, kind of has a feeling that they're on an island with animatronics. I mean, the clock is a dead giveaway. You got a fucking talking, walking clock. I mean, that's definitely a wind-up mechanism, no matter how you look at it. There's no such thing as an organic clock. Can give it a name and a funny voice. Still not gonna be a fucking... What was I gonna do again? Let's track of my train of thought entirely. That's what I get. Always trying to be amusing. Every day, every fucking minute. Yes, Koopa, what is it? Oh! Oh, of course. What I was doing. Playlist. God, I'm slow. So after this, we're gonna play another game, yeah? Yeah? What's going on here? Oh, some of these UIs. Oh, God. It's like more UI than streamer. It's like all these purples and blinking thing. It's too much. It's too much. And I thought that was better graphic design. What this is really like the ball dress. This is like Soju's ball dress. Out of balls and more balls and more balls. As a Twitch UI. Worst fucking thing I've ever seen. That ball dress. Not just worst fashion, worst fucking thing I've ever seen. Because it kind of is a good metaphor for all the other awful things that are too much. Fucking hate it. And the worst part is I know how I understand how it came about. I totally understand that. What's a good track? What's a good track to drop? Fuck, I can play German Sailor Moon. Silly joke. Actually, why is Zypher not showing the song? Or am I in the way of the song? There's a plugin. I mean, a widget. Am I in the way? Am I the drama? Hold on a second. It was me! Going for a quick shave, and then I'll be back. And I'll do a roulette in Final Fantasy 14, and after that we'll see. Probably won't be playing more Final Fantasy 14, but I'm going down a list here of games I potentially want to play in what order. And next up is the roulette. I gotta go through this. But I'm gonna do it scantily clad. With a towering Bara Daddy. Probably. Something muscles anyway. So that's fun for the whole family. Right? Give me a moment. Honk if you're lurking. Honk if you're lurking. I repeat. I just repeated it before I said I repeat. It was a poetic phrasing. quiet in every possible sense. Very quiet. I don't really know what happened. I don't really know what happened to this channel. I'm puzzled. I think the quality of the streams have gone up overall. Is the encoder shit? Yeah. Are there still interruptions sometimes? Yeah, but there always have been. I don't know what happened. Why is it so quiet? People got busy? Is this like a deadline period for a lot of people, or is there someone else sucking up my boys? Someone been stealing my viewers? Like another macro streamer or something? Another? Just wondering. Man, it sucks for me. I just hate eating. And this is not even bad food, but I just can't stand eating some days. You know, is my paranoid part of my brain at work? Someone has been talking shit about me, and I've been cancelled, shadow banned by my own community. Something like that. That's what I feel like. What's happened? What's happened? Where did it go wrong? I feel like my server is sending out too many alerts. Let's stop the server. But it was already a problem before that. Now it's even worse? Maybe? Maybe? I really feel like, why am I on Twitch? Right? I was here for the community. I keep saying that I was here for the community I thought I had built. Core community. And there was always someone. Not a lot of people at the same time, but there was always someone. Sooner or later. There were, I can't remember many days where there was no one. And now the whole week. Did? And I've shown my socks and everything, so it can't be that. I'm just gonna be chilling here for a bit. Put some music on, eat something. The guys that want to talk to me, if you're new, you're not gonna know what to say. It would take some balls to start talking to me while I'm just sitting here quiet. There's no game to talk about, nothing going on to talk about. I get that. But if you're here from before, you know me. Hit me up, girl. Hit me up. I wanna watch something. I wanna watch some stuff. Right? What shall we watch? I want to see that part about maybe. Is that Designing for guy released any videos lately? The one that did the whole series about Donkey Kong levels. So why it's not showing? Oh, it's not showing Edge. Period. Oh, hey there. Well, who's crying? Why are you crying? Is it emote only? Oh. I thought I taken it out of emote only. I have no idea why it is in emote only. Thank you for letting me know that. I just saw I disabled it I disabled it and I was like, why is no one talking? Why is no one saying anything? It was an emote only for like a day ago, and then maybe I took the other channel. I have too many channels to juggle. Sometimes it's like, oh, I dual stream to this channel because there are no ads there. Right? Because I was like, maybe what if the ad management is too fussy? I forget to take off the pre-rolls with the mid-rolls, so let's turn on automatic ads. But then it's annoying. Let's give people the option to watch the other channel. Overthinking everything here with these goddamn fucking ads. Then I took the other, and at some point, I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a break. Put the chat in emote only. I'm going to take a break. Next day I come back. It's not quite dinner. It's a bite. I have my dinner spread out across many little snacks, moments, as I cannot stomach a lot of food, especially not, I don't know, last few days. I just find it very hard to eat a lot. Same with the gaming. Let's have a little game here, a little game there, and I'm done. It releases more energy in the body. I don't really know. I just have a very small, tight stomach. I have a virgin stomach. I think that's why I have to eat like this. But I also have high metabolism, so I get low blood sugar if I don't eat sometimes. Plus, the coffee makes me hungry. If I drink coffee, getting hungry. I think I took the other channel out of emotes only, and this one isn't. Are you guys watching? Do you guys have any kind of ad blocking stuff going on, or? Hmm. Well, I'm at the same time that I'm like, okay, it's nice that I can eat a lot. I'm at some point also kind of just tired of having to get up and get food and find something that I still haven't eaten that day, because otherwise it's really going to without any gusto. Because let's face it, food is expensive and it can get boring too. No, no, no. I'm just surprised AdBlock works. I like my Purple TV app. That has built-in ad blocking. You don't mind cooking? Well, I don't even get around to cooking. I just have like salads and some vegetarian burgers and stuff that I fry, or falafel, or just something that's done within 5 minutes, or a sandwich, or a bun. Just anything to just fill up my hunger bar into green, just about green. Then an hour later, it's back in the orange or red. If you think of Sims, it's like, just fill it up. Not entirely, I cannot do that. Just slightly fill up the bar till it's just green. So this is a salad with some minor amount of chicken. And I threw some walnuts in there. Fucking hate walnuts, but they're kind of good in this actually. Some mayonnaise dressing, straight out of the supermarket, but it's great. It does the job of making plants, just fucking raw plants, digestible. I don't get around to cooking. I have to stream. That takes hours out of my day. But yeah. I get the sentiment. I like walnuts, but they're kind of dry, so they need some dressing or something. Maybe they need to be in cereal to really soak up and get nice and squishy. You need to chew them a lot. There's also a chance they get between your teeth. The little walnut particles just nutting in your mouth. What's going on with what is with well, not something wrong, like what's going on with my subscriptions on YouTube? Just checking. Oh my god. How did how did it get so out of hand? Your channels that I completely forgot about following. Holy shit. Some I've not seen in ages. No recommendations whatsoever. This would be the same on Twitch for me. You cannot quite see it because it's under the chat. Here it is. That's a lot. Some I've really not checked in ages. A lot of them are for like BRB songs, like I keep track of some musicians or remixers. What's up with The Sims these days? Now this lady is usually quite critical. Okay, no. No. No, okay. Nothing going on there. Alright. So many channels and just nothing I watched actually. Nothing I keep up with. What's the otter doing? Grabbing something with little otter paws. I'm still eating, that's why I'm just opening YouTube. Otherwise I'd be gaming, but I cannot do both. Some H3 stuff. I haven't watched that in a while. I want some good drama. I don't see anything right now. I want to see something like people being angry at EA for this or that. Right. Are you subscribed to something like speaking of subscriptions you keep for the memories, like something like PewDiePie? YouTube is kind of like, well, there is something on YouTube because I streamed there yesterday in better quality than on here. I keep repeating that same stuff, but YouTube supports better encoding quality, especially for my AMD card users. So it's kind of tempting sometimes to make that jump. Actually, was thinking about it. It's like my Twitch community seems dead. No one's talking. I don't know if they are watching. If they are watching, apparently they couldn't even talk. I still watch him, not just for the memories. Alright. He is streaming. Or someone is streaming in his name. I don't even know what's up with that. He was all over my recommended today. And It kind of feels like it's AI PewDiePie. It's actually old videos, but it might be time for Pew the Pew the. I can't make a fucking pun with that. AI Pie. I haven't watched him in a while. Don't know what he does these days. Oh, hold on. Was this about? Where did these come from? Which map screens are those? This doesn't look like a map screen. That doesn't look like a map screen. Yeah, I mean that looks like the basic map screen. You live in Japan? Oh my god. Oh. Oh. See, I had some replacement map screens for The Sims 4 because they look like shit for default, like phone game stuff. PewDiePie lives in Japan. He's waiting a child. Good on him. But I feel like that's gonna take a lot of years of his life. Becoming a father, becoming a parent, it's just a recipe for aging up really fast. Will be a waste. You still look good for his age. You still look good. Gonna get really old now. That's at least my random prediction. If you have kids, you age faster. Hmm. I don't know. I think you can't avoid. I think yeah. I think if you worry about your kid, you're gonna age faster because it's hard to avoid that. It's hard to avoid. I'm already pretty. I already get way too invested in my cats, so. Mm. There's a lot of chewing involved here. We don't have to grow old at one point. That is something that I like to contest. You'd be surprised how young virgin blood can keep one. Chewing is ASMR. I think the chewing is not picked up by my microphone. Locked out by the noise gate. Doesn't even open. Unless I'm talking and chewing. But I think that is actually kind of... chewing can go wrong easily, but this may be me. Having seen Trisha Paytas ASMR and cringing physically at that. Chewing can go really wrong. Maybe some people know how to chew in a relaxing way, but I find it personally, when I've seen it, it's just very hard to stand. That may have something to do with it. For someone that eats so much on camera, she's a very unappetizing person to be around. Well, I will say this about people that are obsessed with staying young in general. If they want to do it through artificial means, a bit too much, like over reliance on it, they're gonna look weird. They're not gonna look old, maybe, but they're gonna look weird. And maybe looking old is actually the lesser of two evils, because at least it's natural. Hmm. And we're reaching a point. We're reaching a point where it's been so overdone, plastic surgery, that when someone had a lot of plastic surgery at a younger age, you kind of see them as old because you're used to seeing a lot of older people that have faces like that. Then again, well, you mentioning actors and actresses, they didn't get any jobs on their face, they look good. Yeah, they're they do tend to have healthier, wealthier lifestyles. So I suppose that does weigh into it, how you age. You cannot just let go. I'm all for natural ways of looking youthful and staying youthful, as in healthy, as in not falling apart on the inside. But I don't want to be ageist. Like I set the mature audience tag, so people might be like, "How mature is that? How mature is mature?" There's no cap on it. People could be 120. They could see mature as like code for being 1 foot in the grave. So definitely not going to be ageist or something here. I'm just saying, like, having a kid does drain. Does drain. Because I think the main reason is you sleep a lot less. And you cannot afford not to because you have to get up in the morning for your kid and take care of him, or in the middle of the night, stuff like that. That can take years of you. I think that is the reason. So if you use some kind of drug that puts the kid to sleep peacefully. Yeah, it's that. I think it's partially the concern and the worry. Maybe you lie awake at night from worrying. But if you even don't have that, you may still have to get up earlier, just to take care of the kids before you start doing things for yourself. So how much can you even get to sleep at night? And then there's the chance that the kids will wake up in the middle of the night or something like that if they're younger, especially. I have learned to sleep through my cat, who wants to wake me up every like 4 times a night. I've learned to sleep through that, or just fall right back asleep. I've learned to embrace not worrying. What's different if it's harder if it's a baby or something. It's like, oh, maybe they shed themselves, and then you keep thinking about that. Well, either way. So, which actors are you thinking of that look good for their age? It's hard to say because it's possible to have some work done, and a lot of them will not admit it. It's possible to have some work done in minor ways, like a little bit of evening things out without going full jab in every cheek and on your lips and uh going full mode, like what's the word? Is it Cenobite? Not going full Cenobite. Yeah, that's the thing. Like some people, they go out with the Botox, and they get it in their face like this, all over. Well, I just hope that PewDiePie will remain easy on the eyes. Let's put it like that. Because he's going to be famous no matter what, and we're going to have to be looking at him no matter what. He's going to show up now and then. So I hope it remain easy on the eyes, and it's not going to be like, oh my god. Here's another reason why. If PewDiePie's suddenly going to look 10 years older or 20 years older from having a kid, we're all going to feel old. We're all going to feel older. Because this cunt is like my age. He retired from YouTube some years ago. Oh, okay. Where is he now? Did he stop making content? I wasn't really keeping up. He had enough. He had enough funds. Just retire. Like, done. There's only that many millions you need. Interesting. Honestly, the reason why I can feel sympathetic towards him, why it's easy to feel sympathetic towards him, Nightbot, you're interrupting my conversation. Nightbot, stop trying to nag people into subscribing. I know I wrote that for you, but it's inappropriate to do it now. Come on. Come on. Let me put on some background music. I don't like the silence. If I stop talking for a second, silence. As if you're in cold, dead space. I like a bit of cosmic vibes, as you can see. I did leave on the light in the background. Looks better without it. Hold on. But I don't like the silence. I need some background stuff on when I'm just talking and eating. I would be just chatting. I would just be... I didn't finish my thought about PewDiePie. I did not finish my thought about PewDiePie. I was gonna talk about it in a moment. Before I started talking about the music, I was like, boop, boop, boop. Let's see what we got. Got some very long soundtracks. Can never go wrong with Echo. Standard background music for me. Also because I've been too lazy to add background music to. Wait, what is this one? Well, let's listen to that. Is this gonna get me copyright claim? Probably not. Doesn't look like the kind of artist that would do that. Okay. So I said I wanted to say about this that he caught all the heat of digital content creators making inroads and becoming more of a thing on their own, like actually becoming relevant. Are the Christmas lights on? Oh, yeah, they're on. Yeah. I would show another angle, but I don't feel like navigating that wire alongside my monitor and on top of that. And I think this is a good angle, especially when I'm eating. Don't like my other. I don't want to be seen from that angle when I'm eating. Look like that. Look like a chameleon. But he got all the heat. All the resentment from the old world, the old media. They're like, yeah, but the internet is not a valid medium. We cannot control content creators on the internet. They're operating as individuals too much. They don't need a whole production team. They don't need someone that will, that has power and money as directly as in, like, they don't need Harvey Weinstein breathing down their neck, for instance. I'm just saying they're more independent, right? We as internet creators are more independent. And I feel like PewDiePie got a lot of shit because deep down, this old world media, that they kind of sense that they were losing some power to individual creators. So they like to... I just felt like there was this kind of hatred coming from traditional media like newspapers and such, and they're always like looking for things to make him look like an absolute asshole, focusing very much on it's almost as if they try to invalidate him. See, we talk a bit about how people try to cancel creators for this or that reason, but this PewDiePie thing that started a bit before that. It came more from the traditional media. They were so skeptical of him. At least that was my impression at the time. And I kind of felt the heat from... Shit, someone from the internet can be legitimately famous and have a big platform and be well known and stuff. I just thought that was... But maybe that's me. I think he was one of the first that really got like a lot of shit for being internet famous. Not the last, definitely one of the first. Another thing, you look back at these streams now, they're like the infinite streams. You can tell he was like laying some kind of foundation. He was like one of the original streamers, in a way, like one of the first that kind of did that sort of streamer-like reaction content to things. Maybe I'm just a little bit reimagining things, but let's say he was influential. Now, was that a style of video that I'm wild about? Not really. But it did kind of create this whole playing a game and talking shit. It normalized that. It made it a thing. Put it on the map. It probably was not the first. It's like literally the first. But he did make that thing. And looking back at it, I'm like, you know, quite impressive, because nowadays, I'm sure you can find a lot of people that overreact a bit to video games and horror content. And it doesn't look like anything special, but at the time, it must have been some novelty for many people that saw it. And maybe when he did it, he was also just kind of inventing the wheel by himself there. A pioneer, yeah, but even like if he wasn't the first, I think for him, it wasn't like he had any examples either for him. Maybe there were other people doing it, but maybe they were on their own island and not necessarily influencing him directly. Again, I'm just going by what little I know with a lot of confidence. Just going by logic from what I remember and from what I remember. Exactly, that alone enabled things like Twitch over time. Now I wonder though, has that kind of content mellowed out a little bit? Because I don't watch enough streamers, and maybe the streamers I watch do not really recommend it. Are people still loud? Like, he mellowed out himself, he grew up. He didn't stay loud and exaggerating everything. Like, Is that still, that style is still a thing, isn't it? I mean, there must still be a whole branch of big streamers that I know nothing about, because I guess that's why I don't know anything about that. You check in with some streamers and they're like trying to be PewDiePie, but then with ecstasy. I'm still glad that there's kind of like on average it mellowed out a little bit, but then you could ask yourself, is that a success formula? Maybe I should be faking a little bit more. It's considered stuff for kids now. Yeah, that's kind of a good take. But it's still like, it still works. The thing is, on Twitch, you don't see how many of someone's audience are kids. Is Nightbot saying the same thing again? Oh, that's often. I worry that I'm super paranoid that I'm authentic, but not like something in a way that people will want to see me. I still think that all the time. It's easy to think that when people are actually like, okay, bye, I never been here, bye. They go like full Homer into the hedge. It draws people. I would love to believe that. Some people are like, be yourself, but not like that, right? I think I sometimes need to be a bit less authentic. I'm a little bit too much of an oversharer. If I have a bad mood, you'll see that plummet. I cannot keep it up. Nightbot is loud tonight. Let me call them. Let me reel them in a little bit. Stop talking about me crushing people. Come on, Nightbot. That sounds like a threat. Some people have characters permanently on the stream. It works for them. I mean, Dr. Disrespect and shit, right? But yeah, you have to find a balance. There it is. You cannot just be constantly true to yourself, because there are going to be moments where you're not going to be a likable person, I think. Like, I think I complain way too much. When I'm on Twitch, I complain way too much. That's authentic to my character, but I don't know if that makes for good content. I struggle to find a way to reel it in. I struggle to find a way to be less authentic. I have no problem being myself. I have a problem being a slightly toned down version of myself. The only time I can really do that is when I'm working. Somehow I can shut it down. Let me see. There are a bit too many of these timers thingies. Oh, I haven't even had coffee yet. Every 25 minutes. That's too often. Make it 30. Every 25 minutes, make it 30 minutes. So very slightly less. God, these begging. Coffee every 25. That's often. I may have felt lonely, so I let Nightbot talk a bit more. Discord is every 40 minutes. We still got that coming up. I'll say this. He's mainly a YouTuber, right? So you have more editing to what you're doing. So it's easier to play a character and then edit out the parts where you're not keeping that up. To be in character as a streamer is kind of an exercise in self-control, I guess, because you kind of need to be consistent. So I think as a streamer, the authenticity is a way bigger thing because you cannot really you cannot keep it up. You cannot keep fooling everyone unless you're really good. Unless you're really good at that. Usually I just come in here and you get me as I feel. Get me as I feel. If I see a lot of people around, it's different. I think the vibe changes. There's interaction. Then it's not just about me, it's about how I interact with someone. I can change. And you can kind of get into that persona a little bit. But if I'm by myself, you just get the raw me, and that's maybe an interesting case study. But I think you also have to take into account when there's an audience and you got someone. It's easier to be a bit of a showman. It's easier to be to play up certain things a little bit more. You just feed up the energy. You get energy from people watching or interacting. And I also have to take into consideration that there is another person more. But then when you're like this one viewer or no viewer Andy, it's like, what are you doing it for? I could be like, hey, woo, woo, right? But if I'm not 100% feeling it, I'm not gonna do that when I'm by myself or think by myself. I think I'm by myself. By the way, what tag did you use? I'm always checking what tags work when you found the channel. I struggle with eating. Really struggle. I eat like a sheep. If a sheep were to eat walnuts, they would eat it like in my tempo. When you found this channel, did you use any tags? Or did you just look up just chatting lowest to highest viewers? Minus 1,000 viewers, me on top, minus 1,000 views. Could be. Isn't it painful to find smaller streams? In my experience, like, I did it on the phone app. I was like, interested. I wanted to watch someone that was like trying to get a feel it. Just like anyone. Oh, you follow me on Diddy Brothers, or is that it? Or Twitter? So then is this is I don't need to watch. I don't need to watch my words too much. Because that is a whole character in its own right, isn't it? The other platforms are spicy as hell. I don't need to worry too much about being a little bit too comfortable here. Because I mean, like I said, speaking of persona, it doesn't get bigger and louder than a deity. Have we spoken then before or what? Probably have, but I wouldn't remember. Because I've spoken with so many people from there. But you do say Instagram, Twitter, and CF, so you may have. We may have had multiple accounts that may have contributed. Following since February. So Twitter. That was a Twitter announcement, probably. How's CF been doing? How's CF been doing? That's alright. I barely respond. I barely respond. You want my attention? Come to my stream. It's the best way to get any kind of vibe going. Now I really thought you were someone that just popped in from a tag. I got one or two guys. They found me when they used the gay tag, and I'm kind of trying out some different tags, see what works. See what works. By the way, are the ads annoying? Does your ad blocker stop them? Like, I was wondering that. They actually stop them. It works. Because that way I don't need to bother so much with worrying about them. Even so, the pre-rolls, or maybe, I don't know, that didn't see any ads so far. Good. I'm gonna check what it's been doing. Let me check what it's been doing, just for reference, because the ads are my enemy more than they are that of my viewers. Ever since I got affiliate with those fucking ads on, I swear I've been on the decline. Broly, could it have anything to do with your off-putting personality? That's a voice in my head. By the way. No? Could it be that you play different games? That you did something wrong? No, my stream was a bigger mess before. No? So what could it be? Is it the ads? Maybe? Could be two things, honestly. Could be complete coincidence of people being too busy. I mean, it wasn't like I had thousands of followers or something. It was like a couple of people, like I said before, like one person here, one person there popped in. And then at some point, nothing. No one. And I kind of was from 4 or 5 viewers to 1 to 0. Yeah, it's not a big decline, so it could be coincidence. But the advertisements did change. There is an ad now. There is a deterrent. So I was like, so I'm constantly thinking about what can we fucking do about that? How can we make that barrier minimal? I was on the wrong account there. Need to check it on this one. I have Zacharias as well. I'm not sure if you actually. I'm finding that out now in real time. It's normal to have high and lows with an audience, and when your high is 5 viewers, then it's normal for your low to be -1,000, like mine was this week. And I honestly don't need a big amount of people. I just need 1 or 2 people in the chat that I can respond to that aren't cringy. That's it. And my standards are not that high for people in the chat. I don't expect them to be having a scientific debate with me or to have a super deep conversation. It's just like, it's just fun to hang out. To be bros, right? It's normal to have high and lows with an audience, it's true. If you look at bigger content creators, it goes up and down all the time. But they have much bigger bumps and lows as well. Like, the gap can be 20,000. The bigger the content creator, the more it goes up and down. I also Another thing I wondered about is like, so there were times I was streaming that obviously I have some American viewers. Doesn't work with my streaming times, as you can imagine. At first, maybe. And you know what? That you're right about that. They might be lurking, but I still feel like two options, right? You keep an eye on that viewer counter the whole time, so you can see if someone is lurking or not. And if you see there's people watching, you can get like excited, put in extra energy. It's hard to keep that up. Like I said, it's hard to keep that up without any audience. Soul draining to keep that up without an audience. So I have this problem here. You have a dilemma, like you can put that viewer counter somewhere in the corner of your eye and you're gonna go like all the time. Or you can disable it and have more sanity, but then you don't know when you should be giving a little bit more. And I love that kind of stream where you can just lurk and listen. The problem is when you have a low viewer streamer, it's so, like 0 to 5 viewers, it's so hard for the streamer to always be delivering. Because there's no one else to banter with, right? That is kind of a dilemma I've noticed, that is at these levels, I would say unpopularity. But I do love the lurking and listening. I always kept saying to the people following me, I don't think a lot of them were actually heavy Twitch users. Get yourself like the app installed and turn on the sound only mode of something. You can just lurk and listen. It's kind of chill. I don't think that's something they did, though. They don't have that habit. So it's hard to get people to do that. I personally love that when I'm traveling. Or walking, rather. It saves bandwidth. And it keeps playing. Screen on or off, you know. And if you download Purple TV, what is it? Purple TV, yeah. You get ad-free. Ad-free app experience. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that. I didn't read TOS. Didn't read them. So we did not talk before on Instagram. Instagram, I did not have a very large reach though. Like I was always on private, so I may recognize you from somewhere there. Especially if you ever left a comment. I know what you're saying, and I'm taking into account what you're saying. Fact of the matter is there is a slight difference. I am aware of that. It's better to just be constant and not pay attention to it. And I may recognize you. Did you ever talk about Final Fantasy or something? It was also, I think someone was playing that. Just finding good things I want to do during the stream and go on without paying too much attention. I have an extra issue. That's actually my issue, by the way. I'm sorry dumping this. I'm streamer trauma dumping. But that is because of the whole week was quiet. Right. Well, I don't pay attention. So I don't pay attention to the numbers. I cannot see them. But then sometimes you just get a bit too comfortable thinking there's no one around. So you're going to be forgetting a little bit that no one is talking. You don't see the numbers. So I'm going to be like, my energy level is going to dip a little bit. And here's why. This is my issue, like I said, it's my issue. I only really like gaming when I can talk about it with someone. Otherwise, I get more easily bored. So the only thing I can really do to stop that is to play like a lot of different games per stream. What can I say? I'm old up here. Very old. Just wanna rant and grumble. But I've been thinking about that issue a little bit, and like, if I play game, at first I would play games like Animal Crossing or anything that was like super low attention, so I could interact. If there's no one to interact with, yeah, logically the game is not going to stimulate me enough, because the sort of games I was playing, I intentionally played so I could stream and chat and game. So without one of those elements, the game is going to be too low effort, maybe is the word. It's going to be too peaceful to do every day constantly for several hours. It's going to be lulling me to sleep. And I'm thinking, okay, I need to play more thingies that require some attention. I need a couple of things on in my list. Get over that idea that I shouldn't be playing anything that requires too much attention, because I feel easily insecure when it comes to that sort of thing as well. When something is remotely challenging, I get either frustrated or I'm like, I can't do it. I'm not much of a gamer, that's why. So I may have to stimulate myself more, like play a shooter or something. I don't worry too much about what I say. I worry sometimes afterwards, like, did I fuck up at some point? Did I say stuff? Maybe. Did I do or say stuff that gets people not to check in on me? Sometimes I worry about that afterwards, but not during the fact. So I'm doing the right thing, and sometimes it's just a matter of finding a new audience that's around and streaming at the right hours and streaming the right games, but it's tricky. Really fucking tricky. There's there's a big luck factor involved. Either that or you need to network, and even then you need to get lucky with whom you're networking with. Someone that actually may want to do something back for you. Or, I don't mind giving shoutouts personally. If someone is active in my chat, I don't mind giving them a shout out if they stream. Things like that. Not being too much of a game, I might play at your advantage if willing to challenge yourself with certain type of games, like games that I utterly fail and suck at. Like first time Overwatch player gets his ass handed to him, something like that. Well, I do have a bit of an interesting perspective, maybe because I come not necessarily FPS, right? Well, I have my unique niche in that I play a game quickly and maybe I play another game. Sometimes that can, for me personally, when I watch a stream, I like that sort of thing. I like it when it's not 4 hours of the same shit. I cannot hold that cannot hold my attention either when I'm watching someone else play for 4 hours. I like it when I play a little bit between different games. And I also think it's kind of funny when people get angry at a game, which I'm very good at. And I know how to play that up a little bit. I go in the Souls-like games draw a lot of attention easily. I think that is way up there. That is way up there. That might take a bit too much of my patience. I can already rage at baby games. I will rage at Animal Crossing if I have to. You know what I mean? Although I cannot really remember a time where I raged at Animal Crossing because call it, I fucked up. I just raged at Animal Crossing because the animals may get in my way. Or they're just being rude little bitches. I just rage at the whole ambience. They're so controlling. Nightbot again, how long have we been talking? I said every 30 minutes if there have been 8 lines or something. Okay, I guess it's been 8 lines, but has it been 30 minutes? Or did it sort of reset the counter? No. No, look at that. It's 25 and it... Speaking of raging. I know it's speaking in my name, so I don't want it to be too... Give me money? Yes, yes, yes. They walk into my garden. I cannot keep them out of my fucking yard. And my yard is pretty much everywhere I want to put down a fence around my house. You're absolutely right. They do get in the way and they're very slow. And then there's sometimes they're standing there and singing. They're singing. Non-stop. And then you smack them with the net and you smack them and they smack them. 1 minute later, they're singing again. They don't get the message. Well, I was playing the 3DS version. I got Rodney. And I have to say that I absolutely hate what he looks like. But I didn't hate him as much as Eloise, the elephant. Those stupid, chipper, dumb-looking villagers are the worst. New Horizon, they're all kind of basic, bland morons. I put a... They're kind of bad in that way, in that they're too nice. It makes you mistrust them. It makes me mistrust them. No one is that nice. I put a puddle of piss in front of Kit's house. It doesn't look like... It looks like piss. I don't know if it's piss. It's a swimming pool. Inflatable swimming pool with piss. I don't mind booting it up so I can show you. Maybe you know what I'm talking about if you play that. YouTube sub Kofi. 30 minutes, subscribe 30 minutes. I can't help. What? 2 lines? No, let's make it a bit more lines. Actually, no, let's make that 2 lines. I'm just seeing, like, for Mike, but how often he needs to tell people to subscribe or give me money. Kofi message only at 8 lines. There we go. That way I don't need to deal with him when I'm by myself and just one lurker. I'm always tweaking, by the way. This is my fault. I have attention deficiency, not official, self-diagnosed, and OCD-ish tendencies. Again, not official, self-diagnosed. But it's like having an itch sometimes. If I see something wrong, some pixel off with the UI, I will fix it on the spot. I cannot fucking deal with that. Horrible content probably, but I cannot fucking deal with these little imperfections. I really don't have the makings of a streamer when it comes to focus and commitment to that. But I am very unique. I will say that because I have so many things working against me. That does make me unique. I have to swim upstream, swim up the waterfalls all the time like goddamn Zora Link. Or was it just in Breath of the Wild that he wasn't the Zora in Breath of the Wild? Could he swim up waterfalls in Majora's Mask when he was actually a Zora? I kind of don't remember. I thought he could. I thought he could swim up water. Flowing down. I cannot just have this made up. Nightbot is so confused. I'm gonna look it up for a second. Let's find this out. Oh, the music is over. It sounds like something that is safe to play in the background. Speaking of, Zelda Wave, there we go. Good, works for me. Zora Link, Waterfalls, Majora, I don't know if I'm making it up. So far, it doesn't seem like using the hook shot. Were the Zoras in other games able to swim up waterfalls? We see one do it in Twilight Princess. It's kind of implied, not really stated. Oh yeah, I remember that. Majora's Mask. No, hook shot. It was implied Mikau swam up the waterfall to get there, but it was implied. No, Breath of the Wild kind of fucked with my memory. It was a Mandela effect or a Majora effect, I guess you could say. Okay, I'm gonna get this salad out of my face. I'm done chewing. I feel it coming back up. If I'm gonna eat one more crumb of walnut, it's gonna be like the Monty Python sketch. So I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of this empty, almost empty as bottle. And now it's empty. Great party trick. And then I'll come back, and then we'll figure out together what makes good stream stuff. We're gonna see it tonight! In 5 minutes. Everyone, enjoy the free Kupo Camp free of charge on the house. On the house. No channel points required. There he is. Koopa, you do not follow me. Do not follow me out of the room. You have to be the host. People rely on you. It's me closing the shutters. That time of the day where it's all dark. It's gonna get cold. Oh, the weather's been so fucking shite today. Fucking shite. Anyway. BRB quickly. I'm gonna mute the mic. Just in case someone starts talking to me in the hallway. I don't want to do that to you guys with voice. Here we go. Has he already nagged you guys about the Discord? Nightbot it is. God. Which ones has he been sending out? Kofi one? The subscription one, like about 4 times. YouTube is a good one. YouTube is a good recommendation. Because I do make sure that those VODs are neatly trimmed. So that if you want to see any gaming content, that's going to be raw gaming content. The highlights too. Sometimes my streams get cropped. I don't keep up my whole stream, or just after 60 days they get deleted. Regardless, so highlights are a great way to keep up with like the actual Let's Play stuff. And thank you. That's actually the normal angle. This is the normal angle. Look at rebellious. See, it's clearly kind of set up in a way that it has it looks good. Looks like a streamer-ish room. It's a kind of too big for a streamer room. I realized it's too far away. A lot of the stuff over the the shelves and stuff, kind of too far away. I have to consider at some point to move them to that wall, but there, but then you would see stuff. Wouldn't look good for me in this room. Maybe on camera, but not for me.